Amy, we're obviously all aware of the unrest that is happening in our society, in our communities.
Hmm.
But there is something a little bit different about the world that we live in compared to those of our grandparents. So,
Yes.
for instance, here's my phone and all the social media. So, how does social media play a role?
So, what social media does, and specifically the algorithms behind social media that give you more suggestions about what else to look at,
Hmm.
is it means people are living in totally different information ecosystems. And that creates very different perceptions on what reality looks like, right? So if you think back, even, when I was a kid in the 80s in the United States, the Fairness Doctrine was still in play. Like, if you looked at the difference between the nightly news on ABC, CBS, NBC, which everyone watched, one of those usually,
Mm.
um, there were differences, but there weren't a lot of differences. They were largely presenting the same reality. So we initially started to see some spikes in polarization actually with the end of the Fairness Doctrine and the rise of talk radio and the growth of the 24/7 news cycle with cable news networks. And social media has just accelerated that, right? Because again, like you said, like, here's my phone. Always, never more than 2 feet away from me,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
But because of how social media has been used by everything from extremists and extremist groups to foreign adversaries, like we all know about, like, the Russia troll farms and things like that,
Yeah.
and politicians looking to capitalize on polarization, right? Because if they can enmesh voters in an identity where it's not about the policies anymore, and they can energize a very devoted base because of that identity, it's easier for them to get reelected.